Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 4pixels. Sorry about the abrupt end before. Discord died, then it made mirrorless action die, and that made the game die.
And
Uh,
then
And
Coco
then it made
died.
Coco die.
yeah, and then it made buttons die.
And then we
Which
all
then
died.
made me die.
Yeah,
And I,
so
and I went to get some eggs. Yeah, for these trying times.
eh,
Can I offer you an egg in this trying time?
but yeah, you know who it is. So let's just begin.
Do they know? Are we
Eh,
really who we say we are?
Coco,
well, they can
Hime,
figure it out.
me, Le Foulet, person not talking button.
Hello. Hello, I'm here.
There we go.
Hello?
There's the cuff link.
The couple-
Thank.
More like the slightly hungover butt. So, take this line from the top.
hmm
Hopefully that is actually the last line that I read before we got cut off. Whatever. It wouldn't hurt anyone if I tried to get to the bottom of this. If nothing comes out of this, good. Everyone can shut up about stupid curses and we can finally get back on track with our lives. On to more important stuff.
So you know what? I'm gonna check something real quick because the last time this happened, we recorded a whole episode and the audio didn't record. So let me double check that.
Whoops.
All right, everything's good.
Whee!
Awesome.
If there is something...
Are you two done?
Oh, hi, Isabella.
Poor Isabella probably woke up to Becca screaming.
Yeah. Also, it's funny because I didn't recognize Becca's voice, but I instantly recognized Isabella's voice because I'm pretty sure she's the same person who voices the main character in Chef Battle Brigade or whatever it is, Chef Brigade, the cooking fighting game. So
Isn't
it's
she
like instant.
Amanda Lee?
Yeah, that's who voices Isabella,
Amanda Lee.
I believe.
I think Chef Brigade hasn't released their voice actors yet, which is why I couldn't check. So
I know, I just know
hopefully
her
if I
for
find it.
I just know her from her anime covers.
Oh, gotcha. There's a moment of confusion when I don't see her familiar ponytail about, only to find her standing behind the door to her apartment seconds later. Isabella holds it open, though only slightly, as if to hide from anyone who might happen to pass by. This early and on a lazy weekend, I doubt anyone would. But from the gap and what little light there is behind her, I could make out the appearance of someone who has just clearly gotten off from the bed. Please don't get off from your bed. Like, it's not how that works.
Don't.
Hair in complete disarray. What?
Okay, so don't kink shame.
People out there fucking their beds. Yep, that's how it goes in that world. Hair in complete disarray, eyes still heavy with sleep, and a small pout on her lips. She hasn't even gotten out of her pajamas. I look away long before my sense of decorum kicks in.
Oh no, pajamas.
Oh no, PJs! It's like they're almost nude. My poor virgin eyes. Listen, I'm fairly certain that Ashen has not gotten any. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
He's too much of a fucking nerd.
He's
True.
too much of a fucking clueless piece of shit.
Also that.
We might be friends. I'll even dare say we've grown closer over the years, but that doesn't extend beyond the bounds of propriety. Christ, even Becca never greets early visitors in her sleep clothes.
Pajamas, for crying out
So
loud.
maybe it's our fault why she's up this early. Still, heat makes a slow crawl up my neck, one that I quickly downplay with a solid cough.
Totally
Smooth.
downplayed.
Isabella, you're up early.
That face. Lame.
No, I'm not. I'm usually up at this hour. You're the one that usually sucks at getting up early.
Says the person who looks like she's just fallen out of bed.
Stop it! You guys are being cute!
Ew.
Gross.
I was there.
Instead of the usual quip, she simply averts her gaze to some point beside her, and although it only flashes briefly across her face, an expression of hurt flickers in her eyes. It disappears the second she turns her attention back to me, but that moment has sent a worried twinge in my stomach. I've seen it on her plenty of times before, just never in a manner that unsettles. It feels, I don't know, off this time? I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
Hey, are you...
Anyway, was that Becca with you? You both sound like Mama and Papa when they fight. You're awfully loud. If we get another memo from the landlady, I'm asking the guard to ban you from ever entering this place.
Me? Becca's the one almost shouting.
Yeah, well, she lives here. You don't. You have no excuse. You're the suspicious-looking person.
Thanks. Glad at least one person appreciates how I pretty up this place.
Wow.
Blech.
Don't flatter yourself. This place would be so much better without having to see your face every few days.
Wow! She follows it up with another pout.
Damn, guys.
But her ruffled appearance, particularly how puffy her eyes are, I noticed just now, takes away from the intimidating effect she's trying to show. Really, right now, she just looks more like an angry puppy. Oh.
Aww.
I might have laughed had it not given me another nagging sense that something is definitely wrong with her.
Hear two people going all at that, and I'm just like, ugh, that's not a way you should describe a person.
But an angry puppy, though. Not a person looking like an angry puppy. More just like a puppy trying to be angry and like, bark, 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 I'm a big dog, scary, rawr, fear me.
Okay, that's fair.
What?
Isabella, the Pomeranian friend.
Accurate, though. What? Has she been crying earlier? That is worrying. She rarely does that. The only time it happened, the one time I've seen her genuinely tear up over something, I think it was after Devlin Court, the night at the bridge. I want to ask. She seems determined to keep it to herself, though.
What kind of fucking investigator are you?
I know, right?
He
Well, yes,
doesn't-
there's
he doesn't
personal
investigate
boundaries.
the emotions. That's icky for him.
Belle, did something...
About yesterday, Ash. The things we talked about. Do you think we can take a look at it today?
We? I never said you're coming with me. Don't worry, I didn't forget about it. You'll be the first to know if I find anything.
No, I want to go with you. I'll be ready in a few. This won't take long.
Isabella, you really don't have to. I can handle it on my own. You'll just...
I won't get in the way, I promise. Besides, maybe I can help. You know, if there are files you want to check.
I don't like what she's implying. It's true LPD's having a hard time with this, but taking Isabella with me, it's out of the question. Under normal circumstances.
You're the one who's going to get in trouble if you do that.
You said it yourself. You need information, and I can help you get that. And it's not like it matters anymore. I just don't want to stand around doing nothing today.
There it is again. The slight shift in her eyes, the mild crease forming between her eyebrows, and the mild slump of her shoulders while she crosses her arms tightly around herself. Like she's shielding herself from whatever painful thing is out here. I have plenty of reasons why I shouldn't let her tag along. First and foremost, she's a civilian. Second, I have no concrete plan of action yet. I'm going into this blind. No matter how I look at it, it's simply better for her to just wait so she won't be dragged into what might be another one of my failures. Her assumptions might be a dead end for all we know. Ugh.
Well, someone will be dead.
I was trying to say dead on.
Give me a sec.
But seeing that expression on her, hearing her speak those words out loud, in a desperate, almost pleading tone, I can't bring myself to say no. So I give in, because right there, I see myself in her. The person who doesn't want to stay idle, who doesn't want to think of problems haunting him.
All right, 5 minutes.
What? You're timing me?
Well, I can't wait forever. I'm a very busy guy. 4 minutes and 45 seconds, Isabella.
I hate you so much. I'm taking back what I said last week. You haven't changed at all.
4 minutes and 30 seconds, 29, 28. I'd hurry if I were you.
Ugh, you're awful! I hope you never get a girlfriend.
You can
About
make
that.
sure of that.
Yeah, right.
She slams the door right after, although my chuckles, the mirth and lightness in it, linger. With her, those have always come easy somehow, even as the echoes fade, and oh my god, and only the ghost of a smile remains.
It's not like I'm looking for anyone else.
I want to tell her. It's not because I can't. I won't. I'm the one who's chosen not to, until I've fixed myself, until I've found myself underneath all that guilt and those lies I've been telling all these years. Because no matter how heavy the weight of these feelings are, I'm not yet worthy of them. Of her. Until then, little words and gestures are the only things I can offer. Minor stuff, such as digging deeper into this thing with BRC in order to ease her worries. I'm not even sure if this will give us anything. Unlike with the firm case, which I already have proper leads on, I'm just going by her words on this. Speaking of the Luxborn firm case, I still have to inform the professor. The apprehension's there for sure. I've made a lot of promises to the man, and I would have preferred to tell him in person, not over the phone. But it's better for him to hear it from me rather than from a stranger. The railings offer a steady support while I wait for him to answer. I'd like to think I can do this without losing my nerve. My grip on the bar surely tightens, though, once the call connects.
Ashton. Not running today, Professor?
He's usually at the park on late Saturday mornings, as long as it isn't raining cats and dogs. Keeps him young and healthy, he says. And he's certainly fit for a man of his age with a sedentary job.
Oh, no, not today.
He's definitely at the usual place, though. Cheers and laughter, likely from children and families, filter through the receiver. I tend to avoid the park precisely because of this. No use reminding myself of the could-haves when it's already over. Mom's doing well with her career. Dad is also fine the last time I visited. Although neither remarried, they're both content with their lives as it is. I'm probably the only one still caught up with it, hence my aversion. But all in all, it's still a pleasant sight to see, if you're the kind who takes joy in such sights like Professor Clark does.
Just thought I'd enjoy the nice weather before it takes a turn for the norm again. And to what do I owe the pleasure?
The guy certainly seems happy right now, in any case. I almost don't want to break the news to him. But it's better to get this off quick, as long as he doesn't shoot the messenger. He's not the type. However, long-held resentment can change a person, even someone as mild-mannered as the professor.
I was hoping to talk to you about the case.
I suppose I'm just the downer today. As soon as I say those words, he pauses, and the lightness in his voice is gone in an instant. Every time we talked about this in the past, he does that. He's probably trying to gauge the situation based on the tone of my voice. Perhaps it's a good thing I'm delivering the... Fucking hell. Can my mouth cooperate for just, 30 seconds, please? Perhaps it's a good thing I'm delivering this news through the phone. Who knows what he'll see in my face and my mannerisms. The art of keen observation? I learned it from the man.
Did you, though? Did you really?
No, I learned it from Themin. He probably already has an idea of what this might be about, from my manner of speaking alone.
You aren't in trouble, are you?
For a second, I hesitate, looking at the dirt beneath my feet. Nope. Not going back. But I manage, eventually. After a long, ragged draw of breath, I pick up where I've left off, though still fumbling with my words. Hey, me too.
Well, I'm in a bit of trouble, if you can call it that.
Ashton,
He only assumes that tone when there's a reprimand in its heels.
But I'm not in danger or anything.
you've said that same excuse a million times before, Detective Inspector.
Yikes. Oh. Oh, that's like when a parrot uses your full name. Oh.
That exhausted rasp in your voice tells a different story.
It's nothing like what you're thinking. Don't worry. I was just... I was taken off the Luxborn firm case.
I expect anger, frustration, maybe even disappointment. But all he gives me is a small sigh of relief.
Is that so? Well, at least you aren't in danger. Liz wouldn't be too happy if she heard you right now.
Liz. Aunt Liz, she insisted I call her, his late wife.
Looks like you were right on the dot.
Right. So that's proven. A sweet-tempered woman by so many standards. They were never blessed with kids and contented herself with simply managing their bakery. Aw. Bakery AU gone wrong. I'm glad everyone got a kick out of that.
'Cause
But she's the... What?
someone always has to shove angst in. You can't just have a nice,
I know.
happy RP for once.
I am normally that person. That is
You can't just have a
oh,
nice,
hey, look,
happy
everybody's
fic.
being happy. It'd be a shame if something happened.
Thanks, creeper buttons.
Uh, I'm going to hell. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We're all going to hell. This fic has already gone to hell, so it's fine. But she's the closest I had to a mom in the few years I had known her. The professor, too. He's close to a mom?
So it seems.
I mean, with the tone he's been taking with him, maybe.
Hey, Mom, I'm taking off the case. Don't call me Mom, son. Don't call me son, sir. In the absence of my own parents in my life, the two fill the ache their divorce left in me.
Believe me, you'd get an earful. You don't want to show up on her doorstep looking like you haven't slept a wink either.
How many years has it been since? 9? 10? I can still remember it vividly. 2 men, primly dressed, briefcases in hand, and a stern look on each of their faces. They were already frequent visitors to the bakery for a few months, something about the lot being a prime property in downtown Luxborn. I think they were hoping to settle a deal with them, but neither of the couple gave in to their demands. Why should they? The quaint little shop was a dream for them. Aunt Liz sent me home early that night after a fruitless wait for the professor. The next morning, the news of a bakery razed to the ground had spread across the whole city, one casualty. A few weeks later, the property was sold to Wright Enterprise.
Oh.
A fucking hotel now stands in its place.
Damn.
Well, I can't really blame him for not really giving a shit about if they get murdered by a ghost.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Of course.
After that.
Yeah.
Of course, an investigation was launched after the incident. The name Luke Wright was briefly at the center of it, but with the lack of any evidence, the case ultimately went cold. The professor hides it well. However, I can tell he hates that man to this day. He might even blame Luke Wright for every tragedy that happens in this city.
Can you blame him?
He has never blamed me, though, when I'm as equally responsible. I knew something's off the moment those men stepped inside the shop.
Oh no, Ashton, no. That's not how that works.
I could have saved her that night. I could have prevented anything from happening to her, called for help or whatever. I didn't. So it continues to eat me until today, the guilt. The Luxborn firm case would have been our chance at reopening that old case if we could prove Luke right of his crimes. Instead, we're back to square one. Yet all he has for me are words of comfort. To think he can still be this concerned about me after my carelessness, after I've broken another promise a second time. People never cease to amaze me.
You might think that you have failed as an officer. Or maybe you think that you have failed me. And you know more than anyone. I would love to see that man taken down. If anyone deserves to be tried in high court, it's him. But I'm glad nothing's happened to you while you were working on this. That's what's most important. I'd hate to get news like that again.
Oh my god, he's such a dad.
Suddenly, he stops. I imagine a thoughtful look flashing in his eyes as he thumbs the wedding band on his ring finger before he continues. Another habit. He has never moved it since that day, has never thought once to remarry, even when he managed to continue with his life and return to some semblance of normalcy. It's his way of honoring her, I suppose, when he couldn't bring to justice the man responsible for his loss. Some people are just hard to forget.
It's not like another death, yours or even his, will bring back my wife.
Silence falls between us afterwards. I don't quite know what to say after that, really. Should I apologize? Show some sympathy? Going into this, I should have thought of something other than just breaking the news to him. As it is, it seems the only thing we can do is feel sorry for each other's misfortunes.
I apologize, too, for putting you up to this.
In another occasion, under different circumstances, I might have accepted that, but...
You didn't have to, but you've already done more than any officer who has investigated this. So don't worry about this, old man. I know your department's people all have their hands full recently, too. What with the upsetting news we've been getting as of late. Deaths almost every day. I'm not entirely sure if that has anything to do with the other. It seems too big even for someone like him. But if this is that man's doing...
Professor, please.
Maybe if things around me hadn't started going beyond my control, the letter, the mansion, the supposed curse behind those, I'd still be quick to blame it all on the bastard, too. But as much as I want to keep holding him responsible for it, to add another to his list of sins, it might not be the case. Agreeing will only cut a deeper wound on the professor. I don't want him to keep clinging to his resentment for much longer. He's already gone through so many years of it. This kind of anger, it's the sort that blinds people. Despite his reassurances, the bitterness still seeps into every syllable he utters. It's one thing for me to act like this. It's painful to watch someone I've considered a second father go down this path.
Please don't apologize. It's really all right. I can try to get it back on Monday when I meet with the chief. No promises, but if not, I'll make sure to keep an ear out for any news. Chief said he's passing it on to a senior officer. I should be able to catch a few tidbits every once in a while. But I swear I won't just give up on this. I'll do everything in my power to get Aunt Liz's case reopened for you.
Promises. Again, a bad habit at this point. I wish I could do more for him. All this time I've prided myself over being the one to always know. Because suddenly, aside from Wright and the murders plaguing the city, I have ghosts and curses to worry about. Things that are completely out of my depth. Professor Clark's right in some way. Things would be so much easier if we just blamed Luke Wright for all of this. At least finding evidence would be a breeze, and I'd be all too happy to put him in a place he belongs. Although, if he was, in any way, also complicit to what's happening, legalities have my hands tied. But maybe that's my fault. I might have missed the ticket to closing the case once and for all last night. If only I had done a better job during the party. But then, the commotion. There was Hannah Wright and Rebecca distracting me from my purpose, too. I'd include that gatecrasher as well, even though it's only for a moment. So many things have gone wrong last night that...
This isn't a prank! I saw something! See? This is why I didn't want to tell you guys. It's not a joke! Will you guys listen to me first? I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have...
Last night, at the party...
Oh, he saw it?
Yeah, he did. He thought it was just some
But it's
crazy
real.
person.
Oh,
What
right.
do you think I saw?
I forgot.
It happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing. We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
That woman.
Why don't we all calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to...
Oops! Shit. If that was what Isabella's been warning us about, if it was the same thing Rebecca talked about last night, or what Zach told me about a few days prior...
So glad you're finally picking up on this, dude.
Right?
It's only been like a week.
How many of these in... I know, right? It's like, bro, come on, pick up on it faster. I know you're a skeptic, but come on. How many of these instances have I dismissed since reading the letter? How many have I ignored and passed off as some effect of fatigue or lack of sleep?
Oh, you know what? That makes sense.
Yeah. Even last night, a hallucinogen lacing the food is the first thing I considered, purely because that's what my training dictates. It's a mindset I've grown used to. It's the setting the gears in my head automatically takes in a situation like that. Of course, I'm not discounting all of that yet until I have enough information, something to form a conclusion from. Proof in whatever form it may come. Pretty sure that was supposed to be form and not for.
Oh, yeah.
But thinking straight is impossible when all of a sudden all your beliefs are being upturned in the most violent way possible at that. Jesus, I need a sounding board. I need to talk to someone and Zach's the best person for that.
I have to go, Professor.
Oh, no problem. But what are you...
I don't have time to stop and listen to what the professor has to say as I cut the call short.
Oh, look at her little cute sheep pajamas.
Aww, she looks so cute.
Disturbed by the ruckus outside her unit, Isabella reprimanded Ashton for the noise. The latter noted her disheveled appearance and puffy eyes. Although, before he could ask about it, she brought up the issue with BRC again, and insisted they both look into it that night. While waiting for Isabella, Ashton called Professor Andrew Clark to inform him of his dismissal from the Luxborn firm case. While Andrew assured him that it was fine, the detective promised to keep an eye on the case. However, a realization cut the conversation short. No shit.
Alrighty, well, we will wrap this episode up right here. Thank you guys for joining us, and see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Fixer-upper feels pretty good. Rustic, that's one way to put it.
What happened to her lips? They went away.
She's grimacing.
Crusty might be a little more apt, though.
Damn.
Crusty.
No, I'm not. I'm jacked.
Rude!
That's just the jealousy talking.
Don't listen to her, Coco! She's just trying to make you dissatisfied so you buy one of her house upgrades. You know, so she can make money to feed her family. How dare she!
If I wanted to bribe you into buying one of my house upgrades, I'd just say it would take off my shirt if you'd buy one.
Sold!
Coco knows what
She's married.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you can't look.
Good point.
True that.
Anyway, you must be tired from your long journey. You should get some rest. On that shitty bed that we haven't replaced yet.
Your grandmother died in that.
Oh no.
Not your
We
grandfather,
have
though.
changed the seats since then, though. Fine.
Tomorrow you want to explore the town a bit and introduce yourself. Like a normal person. Unlike me, who when I started the game didn't do it for weeks.
They don't make you, unlike Harvest Moon game.
Yeah, because like for me it was like I'm just gonna
you introduce yourself.
like I think I legitimately made like quite a bit of money before I actually talked to other people besides the necessary ones.